I've chosen a very windy day today, but we're out here with the thrust vectoring. I will be having the thrust vectoring on for the entire flight, and that's about all I have to say. Let's get into it. I think first thing we'll see is how fast we can take off with this wind. Very fast. Oh man. So keep in mind the thrust vectoring is only for the pitch axis, but there's a way you can finesse it. For example, you're not only limited to the pitch axis, because if you turn it 90 degrees, you got a lot of bank, and you can do it for angles, for like snap rolls and stuff especially. It goes crazy on snap rolls. It's just so awesome. I typically fly mine. You can fly yours as fast as you want, of course. But to get the most out of the thrust vectoring for maneuvers, I fly around 50 to 75%. Because at that speed, the thrust vectoring is doing more than the control surfaces. Except for maybe a windy day like today, it's probably doing about the same. But doesn't matter if there's wind or not. In wind, this thing is so much fun. I mean, you can just float it here inverted, and anything you want to do, this thing will do. Yeah. You can come, you can have a little floating. So when you're flying at lower speeds, it gives it, or at least what I like to say, a fluffy cloud effect, and so it just feels so light, so maneuverable, and just very floaty. That's at least how I see it. And this is good because then you can go from this very calm, floaty state to just aggressive flying to attack, just like so. You turn around, you can go inverted, do some more snap rolls, do a little flat spin. You can come around. It's just so much fun. It's such a blast. I'm flying 150% rates, or sorry, 150% servo travel with 100 rates right now, 20% expo. I'm using a 4S 2200 milliamp battery, and this thing, I mean, it rips. Really what the thrust vector helps is putting it where you want to. So, for example, I could just be floating here and I want to get to the left, right, inverted, up, do a snap roll, do a little flat spin, then come around. I can just put it wherever I want. The thrust vectoring helps you do that. We'll also see in the wind too, the thrust vectoring, this thing, you can just float this thing. It's so awesome. Just like this. Fluffy state. Yo. I'm having a lot of wind shear today, so. Do it inverted too. Oh, that's so cool. But yeah, honestly, overall, I mean, I think I'm gonna keep this on my Aero Scout because, oh no, it's definitely personal preference for if you like this or not. This is for, I see myself as a very aggressive flyer. I mean, I'm very bad at flying. I mean, I could do a little bit of some like slow aerobatics, like some slow rolls, maybe some 4-pointers, but otherwise, I mean, I'm all stunts, and this thrust vectoring helps me, especially with Aero Scout. Now, I would say you do have to know what you're doing to get this, but the reason why I made this is so that eventually, when you have the Aero Scout as your beginner, when you get to a higher level of flying, you may want to be able to do some more maneuvers or have a more aggressive flying style, and so the thrust vectoring is what allows you and what helps you to do that. Just like this. Yeah, this thing is just crazy. And the point really when I'm flying in the wind is to show that it doesn't matter if there's wind or if it's calm air, this thing just rocks. That's so fun. Snap rolls, again, really fun with this thing. I mean, it's just gonna float there. And then, of course, you know, you have way better control of inverted. I mean, I think I'm at like, at 50% throttle right now. I mean, this thing just seems unreal when it's flying. We'll see too. I'm a little out of practice, so you can shame me. I'm gonna try a VTOL landing in this wind. All right, let's see how slow I can land it. Oh, oh, it's close enough. Here, we'll send her back off once more. Oh, wind's getting the best of me. Let's see, I'm not fast enough to get my hands on the controls. All right. This thing is just so much fun, man. Another inverted pass. This thing. All right. Well, I guess we'll try another landing. We'll see if we can get a little smoother. That was close. There we go. All right. So that was thrust vectoring on the entire time. 150% rates on my servo travel, and this thing is just such a blast. This is a little post-flying thing because whenever I'm flying, whatever comes to my mind first comes out my mouth. So I'm going to try to articulate my words a little better. The skill level for the ChicTV ranges from beginners to experts. Now, if you're a beginner, you may have some troubles at first trying to get control of it. But remember, you can always turn the thrust vectoring off with a switch, and you can control the sensitivity. But really, that's the overall goal, is to expand one's flying level and to have something that you can enjoy early on in the hobby. The main reason why I made the ChicTV is to gain more interest in the hobby from others. And really, it's the point of aviation, is to experiment and create new fun ways to enjoy it. And on that note, the link for the ChicTV is in the description, as well as the video to assemble it. And if you have any questions, you can just leave a comment and we'll try to get to you as soon as possible. And that's all for me. Have fun flying.